There are as many bacteria in a teaspoon of soil as there are stars in the Milky Way galaxy. My name is Stephanie Yarwood, and I'm a professor in environmental science and technology, and I am co-director of the University of Maryland's Center of Excellence in Microbiome Sciences. My PhD is actually in soil science. That's actually photosynthetic bacteria that produce these different pigments, these different colors in the soil. This is a way to demonstrate how microbes work together. Soils are the most diverse ecosystem on the planet. Not only are there all of these microorganisms, but they carry out really important functions. We rely on them to release nutrients for plants to grow. We rely on them to filter water, and 90% of all of our antibiotics come from the soil microbial community. I work in organic grain production. We've lost a lot of carbon out of the soil because of plowing. We're trying to understand how we can build soil carbon back into the soil systems. So if you're a farmer, you might plant corn in the spring, and then you harvest that corn. And then traditionally, you leave the stalks kind of standing around maybe all winter long, or maybe you would till them in and you would just leave the soil and then you'd plant again in the spring. But with cover cropping, we go in and we actually seed another crop in there. And so you might plant, for instance, clover. Clover is a nitrogen fixing plant. It would grow over the winter, and then you would have a little bit of boost of nitrogen in your system. And in addition to that, you've basically kept the microbes eating and active throughout the winter. The reason that's good is because then they help to create more soil organic matter, and it helps the plant, like the corn or the soy that we might grow better. One of the ways that we look at soil microorganisms is we extract the DNA, and then we're able to either sequence that, or we can measure the amount of genes. And so that gives us a sense of like how many microbes are there, what are the microbes doing? And then the other part of my lab is really a biogeochemistry focus, and that is to then look at the functions that microbes have. Like, how do microbes break things down? And then I have a lab where we measure nitrous oxide, methane, carbon dioxide. The Microbiome Center is a community of microbiome scientists across campus. It provides an opportunity to talk about the microbiome. We can share approaches to how we might study that. There's this really nice connection that the Microbiome Center makes between what we do in the lab versus what people do modeling and computational and big data.
I'm studying nitrogen cycling in the soil, so I have an incubation experiment going.
The graduate and the postdoc students are the ones that do the really important work. I'm really excited to get them involved in the research that's cutting edge, that's really advancing and pushing things forward, and those will be our next generation of microbiome scientists.